Virtuals has finally created a double bottom and it has broken its long-term downtrend. And in this video there are a lot of clues in the charts about what is potentially possible with virtuals. Hi, I'm Martin. I'm the founder of Captain Crypto's Compass. I'm a trader and a professor at the Financial Freedom Academy. I am passionate about helping you to achieve financial freedom through the art and the gift of trading. I will be providing you with actionable technical analysis and insights on your favorite cryptocurrency projects to help you make better and more informed decisions. If you're ready to take your trading to the next level, you're in the right place. So I've gone ahead and opened up the 3-day chart for virtuals on Bybit, and the first thing I want us to notice here is that virtuals had a fantastic start. We can see here, zoom in here, we can see that it had an absolute tremendous blast to the top. The all-time high is sitting at roughly about $5.15, and unfortunately dumped after that, rebounded, and it had created this long downtrend that we can see in the chart here. And the last 3 days, we can see, the last week or so, we can see that it has finally broken this long downtrend. This is a very exciting opportunity for virtuals, and it has also reclaimed both the 21 and the 50 SMA and the anchored VWAP from the bottom pivot at roughly about 41 cents. So there's a lot of strength showing for virtuals here in the chart. We can see, just looking at our Fibonacci extensions from a pivot high to pivot low to pivot high again, we can see we highlighted this key golden zone Fibonacci support level, and we can see that virtuals came all the way back down to the support level, exactly to the T, almost. Fantastic. And it has rebounded and it has reclaimed all of these moving averages and broken the downtrend. Now, looking at the resistance zones here, we can also see that there is a resistance pocket here, a golden zone pocket between roughly $2.14 and all the way to this roughly about $1.70. And we can see that virtuals went all the way to this zone here, got rejected, and it is now trying to hold support on top of the anchored VWAP and the 50 SMA. Now, this is a very, very positive sign for me looking at the chart here for virtuals. Not only have we broken this downtrend, but we have also reclaimed all the moving averages, the 21 and the 50 and the anchored VWAP here. So this is looking fantastic for a continuation setup to the upside. If we look at our stochastics RSI, we can see that the bullish momentum has re-entered virtuals here. We can see this fantastic bullish momentum signal with the stochastics RSI with the blue line all the way at the top, almost at 90. So there's big push higher. We do need to be careful that if this comes to the 80 level here, that we need to be careful with momentum dying down. So we need to look for reaccumulation areas in virtuals in the chart, and we'll do that now. But also, if we look at the MACD, we can also see that the MACD has also shown us a positive momentum cross below the 0 level. So I'm looking for this to follow through to see how far this can go to the 0 level, and even maybe repeat something we saw earlier in the year in March. We can see as soon as we got that MACD cross that it lasted for quite some time, blasting virtuals all the way to the top. Hey, I hope you're still enjoying the content. Remember to hit the like button, hit the sub button, and to ring the bell for notifications. Your support means the world to me personally, and I cannot do this without you. So this is also an early sign that virtuals is turning a leaf, that we can possibly expect more upside potential for virtuals. So looking at our accumulation areas now with this newfound momentum coming in, we can see then a couple of things. I think the 21 and the 50 SMA and the anchored VWAP will be this prime reaccumulation area for virtuals. We can see we have some previous pivot tops here at roughly about $1.44, these two double tops here, and we can see that we are currently trying to hold support on top of our previous resistance, which is a very good sign. I would like to see a continuation worst case scenario support to be held above the 21 SMA. This is sitting at roughly $1.12 for a confirmation signal, a retest of previous support. That would be worst case scenario for me looking at the patterns here. Simply put, if we do see a correction now in this golden zone, but we need to hold support on top of the trend line, flipping this resistance downtrend to support and potentially try and retest these previous pivot highs. Once we get into this golden zone, I just want to see candle bodies inside of the zone showing us that accumulation is happening inside of this resistance area, that choppy action, break through this previous pivot high here and retest for a potential push to the upside. Now we can see that our first target here, looking at this one level here sitting at roughly $4.27, and the 1.272 is sitting at almost $7. So there's a lot of upside potential for virtuals if it can maintain this momentum and the bulls can push through. But I am loving what I'm seeing. We can see the double bottom inside of our key golden pocket zone, a breakthrough above the trend line, holding support above the moving averages. Fantastic signs for potential continuation to the upside. So I'll be looking forward to see what virtual is doing in the next couple of weeks or months, but I do think we're going to challenge this golden pocket zone here between roughly 172 and all the way to about this $2.14. Hold support on top of that, break these previous pivot high, and then we will actually be in a position to retest our previous all-time highs between this 427 all the way up to about 5.16, even maybe an extension to the 1.272 sitting at almost $7. So this is a fantastic setup. Love what I'm seeing, and I'm excited to see what happens. As always, peace and love to my fellow underdogs, and happy trading. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this content, hit the like button, hit the sub button, and hit the bell notifications. Also, remember to click the link in the description below to join my mailing list, where I'll be sending you free emails and trading videos, and also market report updates weekly to help you stay ahead of the herd. As always, this community would not be the same without you, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. Peace and love. See you next time.